Hey guys, Eric with Synergy Martial Arts here once again, as usual with my student Jim. And today in this video what we're going to talk about is we're going to look at Jiu-Jitsu options from the mount, but look at it from more of a self-defense perspective today. Alright, so from here, Jim's going to get me mounted. Now, in a fighting situation, obviously, a lot has probably gone wrong that I found myself here, but I need to have some options. So running through this, the basic standard Upa Escape, right? My elbows are nice and tucked in, and I want to give his hands a job. I don't want his job to be able to punch me or anything like that. So what I tend to do from in here is I take my knee, put it on his center line right by his butt, and I want to get him as I bridge my hips, and I want to lock my foot on top of my thigh, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult for him to posture back up and try to hit me. Once I get into this position, what I'm looking to do is I'm going to reach up and I'm going to trap an arm from in here, okay? As I trap his arm, safety tip guys, make sure that you spin that hand over so you're not going to damage the wrist. But I want to take the flat of my hand and I'm going to put it right here on my chest. I want my head to face the side that I have the arm trapped. I don't want to sit here like this so he can go ahead and punch me in the mouth or anything like that. So my head is protected. Once I get this arm, my foot can come down and I'm going to trap the same side foot. I'm going to let that knee kind of fall. If I keep my foot in this position, he's able to pull that leg out, okay, and base. I don't want that, so I want to make it a little bit harder and let my knee fall. It gives it a tighter bite. My opposite hand is going to be here on his flank. I'm going to take my foot, I'm going to bridge my hips up nice and high, move my head in the opposite direction. Is going to make him start to fall. As I roll him over and push and base with that leg, I need to clear my space, and from here, I need to reach and protect so I'm not going to turn and get hit with that punch. Once I get here now, we're going to go back up and we're going to settle into our guard. But I want to go to the next position. So the guard pass we're going to look at is the street pass or the self-defense pass that we work through in here. So instead of coming back up into this position, I'm going to bring myself down in here and I'm going to be protected, but I'm not going to be flat on my feet. I want to have my toes engaged. I'm protecting my arm, defending his arm so he can't punch me. I'm in here like this. Now, when I'm ready to go, okay, you can have your hands here like this. It doesn't matter, it's all preference. What I want to do is I'm going to use my toes being engaged to catapult myself forward and get a head strike, just to kind of, stun him, weaken him, it's going to hurt. But what I want to do is I want to rebuild my momentum off of that. As I hit here, I get my momentum coming back again, and I pop back up, okay? Now, as I do this, my knees are pinched, so I make it hard for him to drop his hips, and it's some attempt to stop the double ankle sweep, okay? Even if he does go for that double ankle sweep, I can control with the shirt, get behind the head, and anchor myself so he can't take me over. Once I get in this position, though, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to strike. 1, 2, throw my hips forward, okay? Now from here, I'm going to pick a foot. I'm going to grab a foot in here, and I'm going to get that C-clamp grip. I want to extend his foot to make it hard for him so he's not having the ability to come back up into, if he knows what he's doing, like a De La Riva guard or going into a single leg X or anything like that. So I'm in here in this position. I don't want to grab, C-clamp grip. I'm going to pivot and get to that knee on belly position, strike again, base out, windshield wipe. Now we switch positions, okay? So from here, my partner is going to give me the Upa, okay? As he Upas me over, he's going to take me over this way, all right? And now he's going to do the same thing. As he practices this, he's going to headbutt, he postures up. Now from here though, let's say he doesn't headbutt, okay? So the next move we look at in the sequence is the double ankle sweep. Okay, so from here, when I start to get this position in here, I want to open my guard and let my hips fall, okay? I want to pinch my heels down to the ground. I don't want to have a dead parakeet situation here. I want to be here and I want to throw my hips forward, okay? Now, let's spin this way for the camera. So what I want to look at here now is I don't want to just pick myself up, okay? From here, I need to get into that combat base position. So as I lean to a side and base, my opposite foot is going to get a good bite right here on his leg. So now I'm controlled. I have a secure base here with my hand. I've got a base here with my foot. I can lift and extend my hips and drive my hips forward through in here, coming over top of his leg as my foot still has that bite. I manipulate my body by basing, and then I'm going to establish my base, and I've secured my mount once again, okay? So far we've looked at, from the position where someone was on top of me, how to roll them over for the Upa. Then we looked at the double ankle sweep, all right? Now we're gonna look at what happens when I get rolled over, okay? And I'm gonna go for an armbar attack from this situation. So as I go from in here, Jim's gonna go ahead and go back and redo that Upa, okay? Now as he gets this Upa from right here, I need to control this, all right? I need to control the position, all right? I have this over-under hook, okay, right here, and I don't wanna stay square. I need to offset my hips so that I'm more secure and I'm able to keep him more connected to me. So if he tries to posture up, he's really gotta drag my weight. Now, from this position, a lot of times what happens is guys are gonna start bringing this and starting to make that frame, and he's gonna go for a punch. So as he goes and I feel him lift up for that punch, I need to switch my hips so that I can block that arm. Partners that you're drilling this with, make sure you keep that pressure on them, because that's really what's gonna happen, and that's what's gonna allow this unique variability on this armbar. So as I'm in here, I open and I need to frame this way. I'm blocking his punch, okay? Now, if you're not as comfortable with the armbar, what I can do is take my outside hand now, okay? By him keeping his weight driven on me, that keeps his arm right here in a nice healthy position. If he just settles back, then we're gonna go into something else. So keep that posture right here. I'm gonna take that outside hand if you're not as comfortable with the armbar and touch, and then I'm gonna pass my leg around. Okay, make sure I don't have my legs up here in this straight position. I don't cross my legs. I want both of them bent towards the head. Now I have the arm and I can go for the arm lock. When we look back at this position again though, I want you to be able to try to keep this position and pass my leg without having to reach underneath, so that I can have a really good secure grip right here. Okay, so from the other side, if looking at where we are now, if I get this over-under position, he starts to frame, okay? I feel that as it come up, I'm gonna base, okay? Like I said, touch and reach underneath if you have to. If not, I wanna bite here. Remember that when you do the armbar, don't pinch here on the back, get towards the head. So my legs are twisted here and I can finish my position right here. So with this, guys, you can make this a nice transitioning sequence on looking from the mount, and we can take our time now, one more time. So if I'm on top of Jim in the mount position, you can make this a sequence that you can practice with your partner in a very realistic fashion as far as, you know, how things would work in a self-defense standpoint. So I'm in here, okay, I mount Jim. He doesn't want me to be able to put hands on him, hit him, anything like that, so he needs to break me down. Your partner breaks you down. Now you're practicing a good base, he controls you, he's got good secure grips. I have to keep my base, and while doing this, he's able to pull off the Upa. I feel this Upa, maybe I'm too late, boom, he headbutts me, okay? Catapults himself forward, and he's going for that self-defense pass. So he throws his hips forward after he hits me, my legs come open, right? I'm stunned, he picks a leg, he passes the leg back to knee on belly, he's gonna transition back to the mount, okay? Now he's there, or I can practice bringing him down, and now I'm gonna do the same thing. So I practice in here, okay? But this time what we're looking at is, you know, I don't do the headbutt, I just pop up. Maybe he goes for the double ankle sweep because I got lazy. He goes for that double ankle sweep, boom, pops back up, he comes into the mount. Now I'm back into here and I've got to protect myself once again. I get good control, protecting that side, a little bit different of a wrap up top. This time though, I'm passing over this way, right? And we can keep going. He's got that over-under hook, right? So for me here, I feel this and I start putting pressure down on my partner. I want to hit him. He goes to hit, he blocks this, passes that leg around, goes for the armbar, and we get the submission. Right, so we can make this a very interchangeable drill between you and your partner in a situational awareness type of drill, to where going from the mount to the guard and rolling back and forth, and when things go wrong, you have options. So with that, guys, just a fun little self-defense drill, kind of taking the basic fundamentals of jiu-jitsu, incorporating that into some self-defense type training. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, hit the like and subscribe button below. It really means a lot to us. As usual, guys, get on the mats, have fun, and train safe. Don't forget to check us out also on our social media, Facebook and Instagram. Guys, we'll see you next time.